10 through 13 for grades K through 3 is learning about altruism. Before I review the lessons, please note that while we suggest pacing times for each lesson, you are free to chunk the lessons up or narrow them down in any way you need to meet the needs of your classroom routine. Lesson 10 is called The Road to Altruism. We recommend dedicating 40 minutes to this lesson, and you may need chart paper and markers, writing paper, and a whiteboard or a smartboard. This lesson begins with you discussing what altruism means, how your students have both received and expressed altruism in their lives, and how altruism is good for our well-being. Students will then use the Acting with Altruism worksheet to reflect with a partner on how they've experienced altruism in different settings. Then put all of their ideas together as a class. Lesson 11 is called Acting with Altruism. Since the pacing of materials needed for this lesson will depend on the action plans of your students, we don't have a recommended pacing or materials for this lesson. But if you need an idea of timing, we suggest aiming for roughly 30 to 45 minutes. In this lesson, students will brainstorm people who are in particular need of altruistic actions, such as maybe new students or people in the community experiencing food insecurity. Then the class will collaborate to decide who they would like to act with altruism for and how, so that they are ready for Lesson 12, which is called Altruism in Action. The pacing and materials for this lesson will completely depend on your student's action plan itself, but also know that as the teacher, you can steer your student's action plan to one that is manageable for you as a teacher and one that meets your classroom routine needs. In this lesson, students will take the plans for altruism they created in Lesson 11 and put that plan into action. This can go so many different ways, such as making a welcome video for new students or putting together little gifts for nursing home residents. It can even turn into service projects, such as food drives or clothing drives. Whatever your students decide, and whatever works within your capacity as a teacher. Finally, Lesson 13 is reflecting on and celebrating altruism. We recommend taking 40 minutes on this lesson, and you may want to have pictures and video of your students doing their acts of altruism for them to look back on if possible. Lesson 13 allows students to reflect on what they've learned and their experience with altruism, both together and independently, with the Reflecting on Altruism worksheet or through journaling. This gives students time and space to internalize the good that came from their actions and collaboration. And that's it for lessons 10 through 13 for grades K through 3. As always, if you need any further support, please contact us through the Education Plus website. Bye for now.